Hi everyone, this is Wes Melcher. I'm the founder of Bryte Lyfe, and today we're going to cover the Bryte Lyfe compensation plan. Now, before we get started, it's important to understand that there are two types of memberships that are offered by Bryte Lyfe. The 179 membership includes all of the benefits of being a member of Bryte Lyfe. So that covers travel, live life, well life, give life, and of course, our very popular bucket list loyalty program. And then you have the influencer option. The influencer option is the only way to participate in the revenue sharing plan that we're about to cover. So just understand that a member only cannot earn any compensation or travel dollars that we're going to discuss. In order to earn it, you must be an influencer. Now, one of the things that you can do as a member only is you can earn a free membership through our Free Life program, which is actually the first step in the Free Life Travel for Life program. And so the first thing you want to focus on is referring your first two members. Once you use that share link inside of the app or through the website, you can see once those members join through your link right on the interface of the app. So anytime you log on, you can see not only your next billing date for yourself, but you can also see anyone that you've referred. Now remember, once you've referred two members, whether you're a member or an influencer or both, you are now qualified for free billing. Now remember, you do have to have your second active enrollment 24 hours before your billing date happens in order to make sure that you're not charged for this month's monthly membership fee. Now, in order to participate in the revenue sharing plan, you must add the $19.99 influencer fee to participate in everything else we're going to cover. That Free Life program is the only thing that's available to people who choose not to participate in the influencer program. So even if you're not an influencer, you can still get Free Life, but these benefits that we're covering now are strictly for our influencers. And of course, a lot of those influencers are members as well, but the influencer subscription must be current and active. Now, the thing we're going to talk about today is our revolutionary compensation model that has daily and weekly pay. And you're also going to be eligible to earn free travel through our Travel Dollars program. And you can earn residual income with just 2 referrals. And the best part about all of this is our technology and system will track all of your activity, all of your work, all of your referrals, and it'll even put cookies on people's computers or phones that you send the invite link to with your link. And that way, if they join at a later day, the cookies will stay on their device and make sure that you get credit for that sale. Now, I want to cover the details of the compensation plan first in terms of what the most important components are to our program. The first thing is that we pay 2 different ways. We pay daily and we also pay weekly. The travel dollars are a direct commission that is paid for every member, not influencer, for every member that you personally enroll through your referral link. So you get $100 deposited that same day into your account every time you make a personal member enrollment. So that's a real-time pay paid every single day. The residual income is calculated at the close of every week. So every Friday at midnight, Central Standard Time USA, the week ends officially, and then the commissions are calculated over the course of the following week. And then the next week, they are paid and they arrive on that Friday through a notification from one of our compensation partners called PayQuicker. So those are the only 2 ways that you get paid. The travel dollars go directly into your app and into your membership account where you can spend them. And there are two different ways that you can redeem your travel dollars. You can redeem them for hotel bookings through our app and use our reimbursement program, meaning that you make the transaction, you choose before you check out to pay with travel dollars, and then the following Friday, you're reimbursed. So your card will be charged for the hotel accommodations through the app if you book it through the Bryte Lyfe booking app. And then the following Friday, you will get reimbursed the amount of travel dollars that you chose to redeem. That will also come through Pay Quicker, okay? So then if you do any Bryte Lyfe events or Bryte Lyfe tickets through the fire icon in the app, you can use your travel dollars real time, meaning that there's no reimbursement because the travel bookings are processed through a third party, through whatever vendor or supplier the booking takes place with. And so that's why it's a reimbursement program. But all of the Bryte Lyfe breakthrough events, tickets, trips that are Bryte Lyfe specific, you can actually have the travel dollars taken right out of your account at the point of sale. There will be a box there and it will show you how many travel dollars you have available, and you can use them without any reimbursement. So you can pay for everything in the Bryte Lyfe tickets and events page with travel dollars. Now, all of our billing is done on 28-day increments. That is why it's very important to pay attention to the homepage of your app so you can see what your next billing date is. The reason we do this is to make commissions easier to understand and easier to track. So we use the amount of days in the shortest month of the year, being February, to make all of the billing be done in weekly increments. And so that's why we bill on a 28-day calendar. Now, the residuals that are paid weekly every Friday are paid either in 1 quarter or 1/5 increments. And I will show you that on our detailed compensation plan in just a minute, because you can actually go directly to the detailed comp plan, which is on the app, and it's also at the bottom of our website, and you can see exactly how much you will get based on how many Fridays are in the month. So if the month that you're earning your compensation in on that Friday is in a 4-Friday month, you will get 1 quarter of it. And if it's a 5-Friday month, on the week that you earned it, you will get 1/5 of it, or 20% of the total monthly residual. Now, the other thing that is revolutionary about our compensation plan is that there is only one qualification to fully qualify for all of the levels that are available to you based on your member count. And that is making 1 active member enrollment on your left and 1 active member enrollment on your right. So you must have 1 active member left and 1 active member right that you have personally enrolled, and this is tracked through your dashboard and through your back office. Now, the other thing that's great about our program is that we have a holding tank where when someone enrolls using your link, they go into your holding tank for 72 hours. And so they're in that holding tank for 72 hours, meaning that when the 72 hours is up, they will automatically default to what we call your minor volume leg. So that minor volume leg means that if you have less sales on the left side, that sale will default to the bottom left. If you have less sales on the right side, that sale will default on the bottom right. Now, if you choose to place them before the 72 hours is up, you can go directly into your holding tank, which we will show you in just a moment, and you can actually place them where you want them yourself. Now, something else that we do that is also very unique is once somebody earns Influencer 15,000, they achieve 2 different promotional bonuses. The first one is they earn a one-time Rolex bonus, and they can have a choice between the yellow Rolex or the blue Rolex that you see on your screen. And that's a one-time award. But as long as they maintain Influencer 15,000, every year they will qualify for an all expenses paid trip for 2, meaning hotel, airfare, and all meals for all of our influencer 15,000s and above. And this is all explained on the detailed compensation plan document. Now, I want to talk to you about how powerful our free life program is. And you've seen this illustration if you've seen our presentations. And it's the power of two, meaning that if you can get everybody to focus on getting free life qualified as quickly as possible, your potential for reaching higher ranks is astronomically higher. Because what happens when you get this type of duplication is it starts to grow very quickly. And because our retention is so good, this is something that's really going to help you if you focus on this for your organization. So that means making sure people understand that the goal is to help everybody get to free life qualified. But the other thing that's important is people should not feel discouraged if they don't get to free life within their first month. There's nothing wrong with having to pay $179 for a membership if they're not free life qualified yet. So we don't want people to feel discouraged or like there's something wrong with them because they haven't qualified for free life yet. But we do have people that get in and qualify for free life in their first day, and that's great, and we want to celebrate that. But we also want to remember that not everybody is getting in to make as much money or impact from the business side that you may want for yourself. But it's a powerful illustration when you can see that just after 15 times of two who tell two, you could potentially be earning $500,000. Now, of course, this is just for illustration, but this is the power if you promote it properly. Now, this is the detailed compensation plan document that is on the bottom of our website, and it's also in the app. And it covers and explains the different terminology that we use, meaning active, also paid, which is very important because if somebody is free life qualified, they are not considered paid. So you still get credit if you enroll a personal member on your left or right for active status for free life. But if somebody is not paying for their membership, because they've gotten their 2 free life, you are not actually earning commission on them every single month because they're not paying anything. So it's really important to look at these terms, to go through this document and understand the difference between active and paid. So someone that is free life qualified is active, and therefore they count for your free life qualification if they're one of your personals, but they wouldn't count as paid for the ranks that you see here on your screen, which starts at 5.5. So that's 5 paid left memberships on your left side and 5 right memberships paid on your right side would qualify you for Lifer 300, which is a $300 monthly residual. And on a 4 Friday month, we would be depositing $75 every Friday. And on a 5 Friday month, and it's based on when that week ends. So if it ends in that month and there's that many Fridays, that is the amount of your deposit, which you will see in your commission register in the back office. When you click on commissions, you will see a full breakdown of what you earned for that week and what the cutoff day was, so you'll know what month you're being compensated for. Because remember, the week ends on Friday and then it's paid 2 Fridays from that Friday because there's a week of reconciliation. Now, when you get to the next level, 1616, that is 16 left memberships and 16 right memberships. That would put you at Lifer 800, meaning you would be earning $800 a month residually, which is paid in a 4 Friday month and $200 a week, or a 5 Friday month of $160 a week. And it's just like that for all of the other ranks that you see on the screen. Now, this is what's important to understand about binary placement. We have made it as easy for you as possible to make sure that you maximize the compensation plan, meaning that we put buttons specifically that we built so that you can maximize the compensation. The most important buttons when you get into your tree viewer in your back office are bottom left and bottom right. You always want to place your personal sales on your minor volume leg, meaning whichever leg has less active members, you want to click bottom left if it's your left side, and if it's your right side that has less active members, you want to click bottom right. So as you enroll your personal memberships, you want to make sure you always place them on the bottom left or bottom right outside. You never want to place someone on the inside of someone else that you've enrolled, because when you do that, what happens is you're not maximizing the income potential, because there are many people that could have gotten credit for that sale if you would have placed them at the bottom, but because you placed them on the inside, only one person, that first person on your left, would get credit for that sale. Whereas if you placed that sale that we highlighted with the yellow block circle, you would place them down at the bottom left under those 3 red circles. All of them would have gotten credit for that sale. So you want to maximize the potential, because every time a sale goes in on someone's team, even if it's not theirs, they still get the sales notification and alerts inside of the app, which is very motivating for people. The way you want to place your sales is by going to your back office and clicking on Tree Viewer. Once you have members that you've enrolled personally, they will show up immediately in your holding tank, which is circled on your screen on the left side. You'll see that there where it says holding tank. In this example, there are 2 sales in the holding tank. And then you want to use those buttons that we talked about earlier, bottom left and bottom right, because you may already have people on both of your legs or one of your legs. So it's very important that you figure out how many members are on each side that are active. You want to see which side has less, and you want to click bottom of that side. So bottom left or bottom right. So first thing you do, log into the Tree Viewer, see your holding tank. Then you're going to figure out where you're going to place them, bottom left or bottom right. And then you're going to click on the holding tank. Once you get to that place, you'll click on the holding tank, and then you will see available spot. And so whichever side you've gone to, bottom left or bottom right, you want to stay on the outside. So if it's bottom right, you want to be on the outside right. If it's bottom left, you want to be on the outside left. And you'll highlight the name in the holding tank that you want to place, and then you will then click on that available spot, and it will place that person for you. So make sure you understand where you're placing and talk to the person who enrolled you if you have any questions on enrolling your sales from the holding tank. There is a very special promotion running right now focusing on the Atlantis, which is coming up October 30th through November 2nd. And it takes advantage of a very strategic way to start your business off with 10 personal members enrolled. So this should really be your first goal, because this is what happens. You're going to make $100 in travel dollars for every personal member you enroll. So when you enroll 10 members, you've now earned 1,000 travel dollars, which would pay the $998 for 2 people to stay at the Atlantis for 4 days and 3 nights. So you've already got that part of the trip covered. But what also happens is that you're also now free life qualified, because remember, that happens with just 2 personal members enrolled. So that's over $2,000 in annual value over the next 12 months. Plus, you're also now Lifer 300, which means that over the next 12 months, you would earn $3,600 in residual as long as those 10 stayed active. And that's assuming that they didn't go out and tell others, or you didn't tell others, because it would be much more than the $3,600 if you're able to rank up to additional ranks from that Lifer 300. Then you can look at what we're doing in terms of a special money back guarantee for the Atlantis bookings only. So people that join and book the Atlantis, we're giving them 30 days after the Atlantis for a no risk guarantee. So you can use this in your promotion, because once you include the savings that we're giving every member on this Atlantis trip, that's an additional $1,000 plus off of the price from booking.com that we've been showing in our presentations. So over the course of the next year, by signing up 10 personal members, you would be making over $7,000 in free travel, free membership, residual income, and hotel savings on this Bahamas trip. So your goal should be to get to 10 personal members as quickly as possible. Now, in addition to this, we also have a very special B2B program that we are just rolling out. And what's important to know is that you don't have to have B2B experience or B2B sales in order to make money on relationships that you may have, because you can submit leads at brytelifebenefits.com directly through that website, and our corporate accounts team can actually work these sales for you, or they can work with you to make these memberships happen through the connections you have. So if you know business owners, if you know CEOs, if you know directors of HR, you should definitely look into our B2B program, because there could be some very lucrative opportunities for you to participate in this program without having to actually do the selling yourself. You could make the introduction and earn a percentage on what comes in from the relationship. Now, the last two things I want to remind you is that you can see our entire schedule, all of our Zooms, all of our trainings, all of our getting started tutorials at brytelifeblueprint.com. So I would encourage you, if you have not already downloaded this document, it's in a PDF. It's also got a one-pager that explains all of the membership benefits to Bryte Lyfe. You need to go download that immediately. And on that blueprint, you will see when we're doing our weekly Zooms. So the weekly Zooms are happening on Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard USA time. So you have to adjust that time zone if you want to take advantage of those live Zooms. But once again, they're all scheduled on brytelifeblueprint.com, so you will see when they are. And so people are using this very simple 3-step text to get people onto these Zooms. First, they just ask them, what are you doing tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard USA time? And then you can adjust it for whatever time zone you're in when you ask. And if they say nothing, say, great, I need 20 minutes of your time. It's very important to me. Meet me at zoomviproom.com, and I'll follow up with you immediately afterwards. The people that are getting started quick are using this with the Bryte Lyfe Blueprint to jumpstart their business and maximize this compensation. So make sure, if you haven't downloaded the blueprint, you get that. Plus, make sure you follow all the steps on the blueprint. Get signed up for our Facebook groups. Make sure you're checking the back office news, and we hope to see you ranking up very soon.